I may hate drama in my life, but I love talking about the drama in yours.
I may watch too much reality TV, but you're listening to me talk about it. Hello, everyone. I'm Fumi.
And this is B.
And guess what? We're back.
Yay!
Took a little break. I had some personal issues.
We just needed a week.
Yeah.
You know, everyone needs a little time.
A little time to yourself here and there. But RealiTEA-V is back.
Yes, yes.
And we have a lot to discuss. I'll just hit my wrist. That kind of hurt.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. My pam-pam. Oh, my pam-pam is so weak now. But yeah, how was the past 2 weeks for you?
Oh,
Technically, it's been 2 weeks.
Damn, yeah, it has. It's been really good. No complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Moved into the new place.
Yay!
Yeah, life is good and all that good stuff.
Living life like it's golden.
Trying to, yes, yes. That's the goal.
Or stainless steel, according to your apartment. Isn't our kitchen amazing?
Right.
I mean, we don't live together right now, but kind of live in the same complex. So,
right.
Yeah, kitchen's amazeballs. So, man, past 2 weeks for me have been so up and down. Like drama. Not drama, drama. Good and bad. I mean, drama can be both. But overall, I am happy as of today of what I've gotten in, the outcome of everything. So, that being that I have a new car. Never had a brand new car. Like, I wonder what it'd be like if I'm the first owner instead of the second. I mean, I still don't, care about having a new car. Like, I was just like, I just need a car. But the fact that it's a new car, it's like...
Right. That much sweeter.
Tee, I have a new car. I already put miles on it because I already took it to LA and back.
Right.
So, but that's what it's for, to take me where I need it to go. So, we're going to just start off. I'm trying to figure out. Let's start off with Married to Medicine since that, reunion just ended.
Yes.
And so... It was a lot going on in this reunion. It was a 3-part reunion. I know it probably sounded weird. Reunion. There we go. And the drama between Quad and Dr. G is just beyond me. It even get to the point where at the reunion, he still doesn't understand a lot of what he says or doesn't say or do.
Yeah.
Is very... petty and childish, and it gets to the point where I'm gonna not want to deal with you. I'm going to shut down. Right. So he gave this whole scenario. How about I'm just gonna tell you what it was, and his high-pitched voice. I was with a guy and we saw these 2 girls, and we got a hotel room, but I wound up not staying there. And when the receipt was still on the door, she tried to extort me. And I'm like, see, yes, men, yes, it is okay for you guys to feel like you're not getting enough attention. Women are not the only, people that can feel like their mate is neglecting them. Right. But then y'all do stupid stuff like this. Like, you can go out with your homeboys. You could possibly go as far as getting a number. But as soon as that number is gotten, you don't really write it down these days. You just put it in your phone. You automatically block it. Right. Good to know I still got it. Delete. Yeah. You gotta, I don't know. It's just be like, I got got some little attention. I'm not going to cheat on my wife. So when you get to the point where you think it's okay to not only get a hotel room, but go up to the hotel room. Yeah. Like, he's saying he didn't do anything, but your intention was to do something. Right. And when you felt like, you know what, this is too much or whatever, they try to blackmail you. And it was like, well, I didn't do anything. Like, but you still put yourself in that situation to where something can happen. And just like Simone said, bitches are checking for you.
Oh my God, her voice. I love Simone, but sometimes it could be like scratching on a chalkboard. Like, girl,
you should know that.
You should stop talking.
Yeah. Bitches are looking for you. It's like, yes.
Yes.
And then Cecil, don't you think we know that? I know you know.
Right.
I know. I see you. I know you know. But, and you know, I wasn't even surprised at the story that Quad was saying. I was more surprised when she mentioned how Dr. G was like, well, what we going to do about it? How we going to fix it? And it's like,
we didn't go up to that hotel room.
You did.
Right. You fix it.
And he was like, well, yeah, you supposed to help me. I'm like, wait, whoa. Wait. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. You tell me that you allegedly almost got your dick wet and it backfired and now I got to help you? Like,
yeah.
And didn't nobody ask him, didn't nobody tell him to tell the story?
Yeah.
He brought it up on his own. And all because she said, you know, there's stuff that you guys don't know. He's like, I'm going to tell you that. It's like, okay, all right. Well, now people are going to think you're more full of shit. And really are going to be on Quad's side even more. And the one thing I did like about, you know, the reunion, everyone on the show is very adult-like.
Yeah.
And if one husband thinks another husband is not doing what they're supposed to, that husband will speak up.
Yeah.
And so when Dr. G told the whole story about the situation with the girl that tried to extort him, Eugene was just looking like,
yeah,
what the fuck, dude? Like, what is your problem?
Right.
Instead of saying, I don't feel like I'm having any attention, you try to have this ego, like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna punk up and tell you that I need attention. I'm just gonna get it from some other woman. And even still, if you have talked to your woman, and women, if you talk to your man, and then it's just don't get a third party involved, especially when you're married. Like,
yeah. It's just really messy.
Yeah. So can you imagine if, you know, they had kids or something and have a whole Kirk situation?
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, God.
I know. It's hard for me not to talk about it. I know it's love and hip hop related, but it was just too much. I have to talk about it. Right. I don't know. Did you see it or did you see clips? Married to Medicine.
The third one, I didn't finish watching it. I saw a good chunk of it. Yeah. I think it was a good chunk of it. Yeah. I think they all need some form of marriage counseling after this season. They all kind of went through the ringer.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every couple went through something. I mean, not as bad as cheating, but everything went through, I guess, that rough patch in the marriage.
Yeah.
With contestant wanted to be work from home. You know, not work from home, but I think she said she's doing like
part-time or something.
Yeah, she's doing part-time because it's hard to be that caliber of a woman. Yeah. To go to literally just take the kids to school and wait for them to get out. Like, there's only so much I can do at home. Yeah. So I think she like volunteers or just something like a couple days. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, even if it's like 2 to 3 hours a day or every other day. Yeah, she said
it's like midday, so she's there when the kids go to school, but she's home by the time they get off. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, there's just some women who just really rather to be with their kids and, you know, see them grow up and...
Bless their heart.
Huh?
Bless their heart.
I know, right? I'm sorry. I don't think I can be at home all day.
Like, I can be at home all day, just not with them. I don't even have kids. That's all right. Just like, I mean, I could find some shit to do. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
But
brunch.
Right. Just me and the little one all day. Oh.
Yeah, that's quite
a big job.
Bit. I mean, I was with Malachi when he was born. I mean, he's almost 7 now, but when he was born, I didn't work for almost a year.
Yeah.
So I was with Malachi all the time. All day, all fucking night. No, but at the same time, after a while, I started going to school.
Yeah.
And then my grandma would like help watch him and stuff. So it is nice to have a break and do something else.
Yeah.
Just to be like, okay, I focus on this child all day. Let me study for something or get a license or, it was kind of good to break it up.
Right.
And being a single mom, that was not easy whatsoever. But I don't think I ever got overwhelmed with being with my son all the time.
Yeah.
So by the time I started working, I want to say he was about 10 months old or whatever. And then he started going to a daycare. So I never really spent that much. I never had him all day, every day before he went to school. No. No. Even as a single mom, I was like, I can't. That's not something I want to do all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to her. Because that's what she wanted to do. And I don't think I could be able to do that.
But best of luck to you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they have the house and the car. Her husband like, do you know how we just got this house? Like,
right.
We just did good to the point where we could get a house that we wanted. But I mean, because they're like a theater.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if their house is like at least 8,000 square feet to have a theater. Right. Yeah. And that backyard, and it sounds like a decent sized house. Their kitchen was pretty nice too, if I remember. I don't think they showed like the whole inside.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty nice house. But even I felt like Mariah didn't belong at the reunion.
But we needed that picture drawn moment, so.
It would have, now she would have been okay to be like a guest of the reunion. Like, okay, let's bring Mariah out. All right, thanks, Mariah.
Right.
Like, that's it. But I don't feel like she was needed at the whole, she's not even the title sequence. So I don't see why they needed her the whole time.
Just because.
But Heavenly, you did amazing with drawing on that picture. That was some
the best thing you could have ever done. It was so childish, but yet so funny. But the fact that it got Mariah to the point to where she was crying is what made it even funnier. And talking about
security and property damage.
My fur. Like, bitch, if I'm PETA, yes, your fur is in danger. Like... Do I have to hide my jewels?
She's like, I just wanted a good ambiance. It's like, but you put it on the outside of the door so everyone else can see your face. It's like, I'm about to see your face for like 4 hours during filming.
Right.
Why do I need to walk down to my dressing room and see you? You know what? Yes, I'm going to draw horns on your body. Yes, I'm going to black out one of your teeth to make it seem like it's missing. Because if I'm going to enjoy anything that involves your face 10 feet wide or high, then I want something to laugh at and not something to get annoyed by.
That was so funny.
It was like, destroy my property, bitch. You got that done at Kinko's,
right?
Like you have the money to get
right. If you had a coupon, you got 10% off. Like, calm down, Mariah.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. You act like it cost you $100,000.
Right.
And if it did cost you that much, you wouldn't even put that up on the fucking door so anybody could destroy it.
Right.
Pretty sure you put it up there with just regular tape.
Scotch.
Just, double side.
Right. She's so stupid.
Yeah, but she's so dramatic and I don't know. And then every time she talked, I'm like, wait, you're here still?
Yeah.
Because everything was really centered around everyone else.
Yeah.
And then Mariah and her husband was here and there throughout the season. I'm like, okay, if you're not going to be a full-time, then just give it up.
Right.
Why do you have to keep coming back? I don't think she's EP anymore, so what does that fucking matter? Mm-hmm. But I have to say, the whole The whole third part was like ran by them.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Simone and Cecil situation.
Yeah.
So like more than half of the show, Andy wasn't even speaking because they were just trying to talk because they're all just finding out about the divorce and how final it was.
Yeah.
But now it's on hold. So it's funny how the divorce got leaked from the reunion, but not the divorce being on hold leaked for the reunion.
Right.
Now I feel like they purposely leaked that information.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because they're like, leak this, but don't leak that.
Right.
So people can actually watch the show.
Right.
It's like, well, we could have known the same time. Like, they filed for a divorce, but they're in limbo right now. And I'm sorry, but if one person is really causing your marriage to have some type of discord with the whole Tammy situation, his golfing buddy.
Yeah.
He should have been able to been willing to give up that relationship beforehand.
Yeah.
And not wait until they're on a reunion where he got 5 people yelling at him. Heavenly was like, fuck Tammy. Fuck that bitch. She don't mean nothing.
Right.
And so Simone doesn't feel like he was like she didn't think it was a sexual relationship at all. But she just said she's like, one time we were arguing and I told him, if you leave, I know where you're going. If you leave, I'm done. I'm filing for divorce. And he left. And he went over there and she filed for a divorce. It's like you can't argue with your wife, leave, not want to talk to her or come to a conclusion of what's going on, and then go to another woman's house.
Yeah, you can't.
And then she said that he invited her to the house for Christmas and stay with them for 8 days. She's like, she lives in Atlanta. Why does she need to be at my house? It was very... it's too close. He was like, well, I love Tammy. You know, she's like a sister. And then that's when all the guys were together. And
it's like, well... How is she like a sister? Y'all have known each other since kids? Like what?
I don't know exactly how long they've known each other, but Toya was like, I was in the back listening to, and Simone's issues that you don't express how you feel about her and you don't say I love her. And she was like, you said I love you once, but all that was trash when Andy was talking to you and you said you love Tammy so easily. And I was like, fuck, that is a really good point, Toya. Like, you're saying that, well, I don't say I love you and stuff, but Andy's talk to you about Tammy, and you're like, I love Tammy. I love her like a sister. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up. And I like how Simone's not being, like, very specifically demanding, because she said that she's good for calling and just saying, hey, I was thinking about you. What you doing?
Yeah.
Or bringing one flower. Like, I saw this flower. I was walking down the street. Here you go. Or just, you're in the kitchen cooking and they just come up from behind you, give you a hug and a kiss. It's like, stuff like that. You don't have to say, I love you. But stuff like that, it's like, well, I know that there is love.
Right.
I mean, we're not pulling a Sheena or anything like that. But
if he can mount that TV... I'll never let it go.
Stupid
no
bitch.
Jack Dawson here, but I'll just
never let go.
He mounts a TV in like 7 minutes, and like he just hooked the boat from his car to my
in like 2 seconds.
He's like the most manliest man I've ever.
It's like, I feel like I've seen plenty of men do exactly what you're saying that he's done. So
you had one very laid back dude that was like, I don't really do that shit. Now you get an athletic dude, and you just think, I've hit the man jackpot.
He's Zeus or something.
Yeah, he's Zeus, all right. He's Zeus to loving your ass. He's like, nope.
Speaking of Zeus, Hercules sidebar. Hercules and Xena was
every Saturday
shit.
Night. Every Saturday
Who
night.
didn't watch Hercules and Xena?
I don't know.
In the 90s. I wanted to, yodel whatever the fuck she did.
Shit.
Because I didn't know how to do it.
Fuck. I think I used to practice as a kid.
See? I'm not the only one. I did too. I was like, how that sounds stupid, but Xena's on right now.
Yeah.
I actually found it online.
Princess.
I found it online years ago when I was in the, not in the dorms, but when I lived in Alhambra. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my God, I found Xena online
right
to watch. Maybe we can like hit up Netflix. Like, can y'all get Hercules and Xena up on here?
Yeah,
because that would be awesome.
Right, just make my life.
Back to the show we were talking about, Married to Medicine. But I'm glad he understood. I just thought about it because Tony was like, well, he doesn't want to get a divorce. I don't care what he wants.
Simone,
it don't matter.
Simone. You should care about what my ears want. You should be free to lower your voice.
In the back said, she's like, I'm sorry for yelling. She knows.
I know.
She knows. I don't know. I feel like when she was younger, she had to be that person that had to speak up because no one really took her seriously. Because she does seem like a fun-filled person.
Yeah, she does.
She always laughing and goofing around.
Right.
But when she's serious, I feel like people don't take her seriously until she starts yelling.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So when she's, even when she's talking and Toya says something, she'll be like, and so, and that's why. Okay. And then she'll get you, oh, you hear me?
Right.
It's like, yeah. But Toya, she doesn't take it, I guess because they know her, they don't take it as if she's
personally.
like that's just what she does. She just yells. But yeah, I feel like Cecil finally understood that this whole Tammy situation, it's small, but it's big.
Right.
You don't ever, no man or woman wants to ever feel like somebody outside of their relationship or marriage takes precedent over your actual partner that you're married to.
Yeah.
And like I said, she never thought that they had, a sexual relationship or anything.
Yeah.
But that emotional stuff,
it's real.
It's big.
I forgot who I was talking to, and they were like, they don't believe that. And I'm like,
they don't believe emotional is worse than...
They don't believe that, like, the possibilities of, like, an emotional affair. I'm like, psh.
An emotional affair?
Right. I'm like, well, all right.
All right, wait till it happens to you.
Right, you're not married, but...
Can you imagine being in a relationship? They don't call you, they don't text you, they don't ask you how you're doing, they don't think about maybe taking you out on a date, they don't care to take you out anywhere on Valentine's Day, even though, I mean, it's just a made-up holiday, but still. Or, everything is just like, we're roommates that fuck.
Oh my God.
And we just so happen to have a wedding band on our fingers.
Yeah.
But there's Cindy down the street that gets all the time, love, and attention.
They go, yeah.
They
get everything but the penis or vagina.
Exactly. And you get that, and it's loveless. Like, you might as well just go to a club and get in a one-night stand if that's the case. No, that emotional relationship affair, that hurts more than anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's why men get so butthurt when a woman cheats. Because women more so attach emotion to having a sexual relationship. It kind of goes hand in hand. Men kind of sort of can separate it a little bit depending, I don't know, on what the situation is.
Yeah.
But women usually, if they're having a sexual relationship, it usually is emotions attached to it. So, and you men get so butthurt though, compared to women. Like, women cheat.
End of the world.
Yeah, it's the end of the world. But if a man cheats, it's like, well, what did you not do for him to do that? You weren't giving him enough attention. Mm-hmm. And it's like, don't be a punk bitch. See, that's the thing. If you're a man and you feel like you're not getting enough attention, if you can't swallow your pride and talk to your partner about it, how are they going to try to fix it if you don't say anything?
Right. Very true.
I mean, that's just, women aren't mind readers either. So, in the whole time, I never heard Dr. G express that he wasn't getting any attention.
No.
He always just like blamed Quad and or just try to say like, well, I do X, Y, and Z, but all of it was financial shit.
Yeah.
So,
that's very true.
Anyway, I mean, it was a pretty good season, I must say. It wasn't too much of just ridiculous drama, but pretty intense things. I feel like it was a lot of what people go through on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Just on camera. Remember, bitches is checking for you!
Right.
But anyway, moving on. We can move on to... Do you want to talk about Miami? Since
Not
it ended?
really.
Okay.
I love Amada La Negra, but if we talk about that storyline one more time.
Oh, no, I'm not. Just the reunions more than them.
I know. I'm trying to think what else was there. Well, it was... See y'all next season. I mean, if I can't... Somehow Veronica Vega's black. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how. I'm like she's that not. Meme with all the equations. Like
she's not.
I don't get it.
She's not. She's not black at all. I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't... How? Let me see this grandmother.
The only excuse is that we're all from Africa.
Yeah. And then something about, well, where I'm from, and then I have a grandma that's at... Can I see a picture?
I had to doubt it.
Because I refuse to believe that you are a black woman. Just based on how you look. And then 2, I refuse to believe that you are a black woman, but you have... For you to be a black woman and then say, women that don't wear their natural hair are very insecure about
that's
where
why
they're from.
That's why I'm saying
like,
it's not... You can't...
possibly be a black woman...
Yeah,
and feel that way.
You can't talk shit about another black woman wearing extensions and
right.
you're a black woman. Then you look stupid.
Right. I'm like, this how?
It doesn't make sense. That's why I was like, no. I'm black.
Yeah. And then as a black woman, you would know, even if Amada's afro was a wig, it's just another form of hair expression. It doesn't make her afro doesn't make her more or less black.
No.
I'm like, so for you to say that with a straight face after this whole season of just buffoonery, I was like...
Yeah. I mean, the storyline has been played over and over and over again. However, it's new shit like, you have a fake afro. And then it starts it all over again.
Right, it's
because
like,
wait, what? That's not even the point.
And then her and Steph, I'm a black woman. Okay, who paid y'all to say that y'all are black women?
She was like, I'm a black woman. Now I'm offended.
No, you're not.
Why is she
offended? You might be offended, but you're not a black woman.
But what was she necessarily being offended about?
I just want to know, how are you black?
Just...
How? I need to see some DNA ancestry. How does this... Because, and then it's like, well, how are you a black person, yet you don't understand Amada and
because she's
her Afro-Latina? Like, how?
It makes no sense.
And throughout the whole season, you never said anything like, I'm black.
No, she didn't.
Now, all of a sudden, at this reunion, I identify as black.
Even that whole charade of her... trying to justify using the word nigga. Yeah. Not one time did she say, I can use it because I'm black.
Woman. Right. Because, I mean, you would feel, if she really was, or if she truly felt that way, the first time somebody would have said, why are you saying, don't let my appearance fool you. I am a black woman. Yeah. No, Rachel Dolezal.
Dolezal over here.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But...
No, anytime it is a situation where, let's say, a woman's fair-skinned, biracial or something, or just they're full black and they're just really, really light-skinned. And they're like, oh, no, I'm black, trust me. So, but hers is like, you went through this whole thing about how the word nigga to you means broke, hood, ghetto. Poor people. And that's why you justify using it. But you wait all the way until you're at the reunion to say that you're black.
Yeah, I'm like, who told you to say that?
Somebody told her to say that. Somebody was like, well, if you really want to go there, we're all from Africa, right?
No. Yeah, but no.
like, our struggles are very, very, very different.
Right.
And just because you're from Hialeah, like, bitch, it's not the only place where it struggles in fucking America.
Yeah.
Have you not heard of Compton Inglewood, you know,
Right.
something where there's a nice little mixture of different people.
Right.
So, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, and I just get tired of it. And I, like, went to her Instagram or whatever, and it was the same post of the same song over and over and over again. I said, is this how you're getting your music out? Is just through Instagram?
Yeah.
Because I feel like even Amara did like a CoverGirl commercial with Jonathan for VH1.
Yeah.
You can't even get recognized by CoverGirl.
No.
But yet you want to talk shit about somebody who maybe has extensions.
Yeah.
Who the fuck doesn't have extensions?
Right. Like, then if that's the case, I know you weren't born a bleach blonde.
No,
so
she wasn't.
Are you insecure about yourself because you don't wear your natural hair color?
Yeah.
You probably didn't have some work done in your face. Like,
I don't know what the problem is.
Just that's what happens when you let ignorance on TV.
Yeah. But it creates storylines. And that's pretty much how that goes. But we can go on to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Lord.
At the end of the day, it's like
Those people.
this was the start of the ratchet Love and Hip Hop, because the original Love and Hip Hop New York was not this. So it was that first season where it was like, who the fuck is that bitch over there twerking in front of Stevie in the studio?
Oh Lord!
Remember that clip?
I will never forget the first episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I said I must watch. I will never miss an episode.
It was so different from New York.
I think the first maybe 2 to 3 seasons, I never missed one episode.
Yeah, it was so intense. But then when it was new seasons and new cities, and it got to be redundant, and then New York got phased with it. It was just like
really,
yeah. And there's when are they supposed to do I think they're supposed to do Houston.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about that
for
just as long as I heard about Miami. That was like 2 years or something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe they haven't
will make it happen. If we know anything.
Maybe they're just finishing up, trying to pick out the people. And
maybe the hurricane caused a little delay or something.
You know what? Probably.
But this is Mona, so if it's in the works, it's going to get done.
I mean, they're going to film it.
If she got to fly in some people who lived in Houston for 2 years.
Right.
20 years ago.
That's the thing, too. I feel like at the beginning of Love and Hip Hop, they didn't have people flying into Atlanta, flying into New York. Just be like, hey, I just moved. Like, you know, like everybody was like really born and raised.
Right. You or have an Airbnb.
Or lived there for some significant amount of time.
Right.
So I think for New York, I think Samaya was maybe the newest one, but
it was a genuine move there.
Yeah, specifically for music, not the show, and trying to put music into it. So now it's like, oh, hey, I just moved, and this season is Erica Mena moved.
It's just hers is just the most ridiculous because it really was like you left thinking you were just marrying Bow Wow and about to live happily ever after, and now you're back.
You know how Twitter is real good for getting
and they found it.
And she was like, remember this. Anybody who go back to show is going just for a check. Bitch, you're going straight for a check. Like, they paid you enough money, and that's it.
And they probably didn't even pay you that much.
She probably just needed it.
Yeah. Especially because of the way you went. So it probably
embarrassing.
It probably really was like you had to get 2 to 3 meetings to finally meet back with Mona to be like, so how bad you want your job back?
I guess she saw what happened with Cardi and was like, let me go back to this show because Cardi's lit right now.
But you're no Cardi, so
Cardi's Cardi,
right?
And no one else,
right? So.
But yeah, no one else. I mean, but Rashida and Kirk. Stevie J, Mimi,
Carly.
and Carly have only been the ones that have been there.
Yeah.
Even Jessica Dime moved from Florida.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's moved recently. I just moved here to get my career popping or whatever. It's like, please stop.
I mean, I know Young Jock wasn't from day one, but I think he was a genuine.
Oh, he's always been like
right.
an Atlanta rapper.
Yeah,
Like that's not.
so
If
him,
they left and then we moved back,
right.
that's not the same as like you flying there specifically to be a part of the fucking show.
Yeah, most of them do that now.
Can you imagine if that happened to like the Real Housewives franchise? Because the only one I feel like where it was like I just moved here is maybe Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta's the only one where it's like, oh, I just moved.
Yeah,
Kenya, Claudia. I think everybody else is there. Was there?
Eva is like a Atlanta, or was she in LA?
No, she was LA.
Okay,
but she moved there because her fiance is from Atlanta.
Okay.
So that one's a little bit different because she was in a long distance relationship. She moved literally to be with her fiance, not because she wanted to be a Real Housewives. Like that's Eva. She don't need housewives. She didn't want it. So she still got work and checks and whatnot. But it's just like when it comes to the hip hop franchise, Love and Hip Hop franchise, it's like, okay, y'all just be like, let's find anyone that's willing to move here and get an Airbnb and things of that nature. But it turns out that we all knew what was going on with Kirk. He the baby daddy.
Right.
My problem is, why is Rashida still around?
Yeah, and I'm like, this is either, and I've said it very many times, and there's even been outside sources, I mean, I don't personally have these sources that have said that this storyline is 100% fabricated, which I don't put nothing past nobody for a check. So either that or, we're looking at a lady with a very low self-esteem. Point blank, period.
There's too many family members involved to be a fake storyline.
I mean, depending on how big that check is.
True.
Look, you want your rent paid next month? Better get in this confessional and act bewildered.
She said bewildered.
You better get mad. Get your best mad face on.
I cannot be bewildered.
Get your ass in front of this green screen. I can't believe Kurt.
My dad, he just be doing all kind of stuff, and now I got a brother. It's like,
oh my God, shut up.
Jesus,
right.
That's a really horrible storyline, first of all.
Yeah.
That's like, you're over here trying to, like, ruin a marriage with the storyline?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
But, well, I mean, we already kind of knew.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, taking the storyline for what it is, we already knew that, that was going to come out. And, I am the father. It's like, there's just so many things about cheating on your spouse and then having a baby out of that.
Right. And then you was paying her off to keep her quiet.
You cheated. You cheated. I mean, you cheated. You cheated without a condom. You cheated without a condom and got pregnant. You cheated without a condom, got the girl pregnant. She had the baby. Cheated without a condom, got pregnant, had the baby, and then paid for her bills. Mm-hmm. And then all of that, plus you tried to lie and cover it up for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's just like, there's just stuff after stuff after stuff after stuff. And then what I don't understand is what he did the last time. He was like, well, it's already out in the open. I need to come back in the house. It's like, what? Y'all, and I'm going, niggas. Because I'm talking to the horrible ones.
Yeah.
How do y'all have the audacity to do something so low and despicable and yet tell the woman that she's taking too much time, or, you know what, I told you, so you should let me back in the house.
And it's little stuff like that that's like, either this storyline has to be that ridiculous, but I know niggas. So I could see somebody literally being like, I mean, you've been mad for 2 weeks already. Can you just get over it? It's like,
you gotta have the baby by somebody else. What you mean? You go come back in the house. And then there was like a preview, and he is like, literally shows up to the house unannounced with movers like, I'm moving back in. This is the house that we built. I'm like, but you broke down our marriage by fucking somebody else.
Oh my God.
Why do you have the authority or the audacity to tell me how
Why
I
has
run
there not
things.
been a domestic violence charged on Rashida for beating his ass and leaving him blue because he's already black? So I don't get.
I would pull him Miss Shirley
And I mean, I know,
and run over all his shit.
like, we don't see everything behind the camera versus in front, but I'm like, from day one, the way she's handled everything has just, I'm not saying I expect to see her broken down every single scene. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm like, just the way you have received all of this in a very bad, messy, immature, just low down fashion.
If it's a true story.
Yes. It's been very just like, I mean, I'm real pissed. I can't believe him. Like, girl,
but
this
we
is
married. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I've said this a whole bunch of times. And I had this discussion with a man. And like, well, they're married. I'm like, if he didn't give a fuck that he was married when he fucked somebody else, why does she have to give a fuck about them being married and him moving back in the house?
Right.
Like, you can't break vows.
And then it's on TV.
Yeah, and that makes it like a million times worse. More than once.
Yeah.
So it's just like, now it turns to be like, well, Rashida, you kind of stay, so he's going to keep on doing the bullshit.
That Todd set up.
Right? You know, unbirthed.
Yeah.
But you can't bring up, well, we're married.
Now, to
after I
benefit
kicked you out the house.
You can't bring up we're married after you've broke the vows.
And you like, well, through thick and thin. Like, this ain't the thick and thin that that our vows are supposed to be about.
It wasn't supposed to get this thin, motherfucker.
Right? Like,
That's
that, no. It's
crazy.
like, and then now, let's not forget that you are the father. That means you forced me to be in a baby mama situation with somebody during our marriage. It's like, at least all the women before you with your kids' moms, we have a good relationship. Right. There was no, well, I'm going to get in where I can fit in.
I'm cheating on him
if I have a kid, you're going to have to put up with it.
It wasn't none of that.
Like, you're forcing me to be in this situation. If I've been married to you for 17 years, and you have the audacity to tell me to get a DNA test just because I actually am pregnant by my husband. But when another female comes around and claims that you have a baby, you refuse to take a DNA test for over a year.
Yeah.
So it just...
And then...
So it's like, what marriage?
Baby mama, she show up to the shop like, yeah, I just want to talk to Rashida so we can get this all taken care of. And she had mentioned something like, I know what I did was wrong, but everybody's like looking, blaming me, and I didn't step outside. I didn't break vows.
That pissed me off. And I said,
you know what?
That pissed me off, yeah.
Because Ho's favorite line is to say, don't take it up with me, take it up with your husband or take it up with your man. And I say this to say this. If you knew about my relationship or marriage, how about I'm going to take it up with both of you? So yes, the first foot is going to be stuck up his ass the deepest.
Right.
But soon as I pull that motherfucker out, the second one is going up your ass. Because no, you were not in our marriage, but you still knew what you was getting into. So you want to insert yourself in my marriage and become a third party? Then you're going to get the third ass whooping. He's going to get the first two. Like, when people love to say that. Like,
she felt so entitled.
Yeah.
To be, well, that's your brother.
Right.
And he needs to be with his family. It's like, okay, if you are the type to be the side chick and the mistress and all that kind of stuff, you have to know your place.
And those be the situations why some women, not necessarily saying makes it right, but that's why some women be like, you know what? I don't care that that's an innocent child. That child will never be around my family. Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily make it right, but it's because their mom or dad or however your situation is, you are in, now it's like, haha, yes, I broke up your relationship. Now you got to include me and we part of the family. And it, like, no.
And then when she was talking to like her mom and her grandma, she was like, child support ain't enough. And I was like, now I have to be financially, my husband has to take out of my household, my household, our businesses, because of your bitch ass. Now we have to be, and then because we are married, this is the time when you bring up the marriage.
Yeah.
We're married. Our finances are tied together. Now we got to pull from our finances to pay your ass.
Yeah.
And you expect me, I'm just going to be willy-nilly, I'm just going to sit down with you because there's an innocent child involved? You know what?
How about this? How about I call child services, get your child taken away, and it's my baby now? What child support,
she
bitch?
Really did stick out her tongue, too. You know what?
And show them on TV the life you be living with your boyfriend and extra girlfriend and stripping in the club, having sex with a man but not knowing which man it is, and just yes, bitch. You want to be? Oh, he gonna be a part of the family.
Well, she was a stripper, right?
Yeah.
So okay. When you are the side chick or the mistress, like I said, you have to know your place, and that's never first.
No.
So
it's not even second. No,
it's dead ass last. So when you get pregnant, like this situation, you cannot have any say so about how involved your kid is with the family, the other half siblings. Like, you have absolutely no say so whatsoever.
All I would ask is that when he is around, that you guys treat my kid right. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's not he should be there for Christmas.
And that's what she was like, well, he needs a and then her dumbass mom was like, well, he's suffering. And the grandma's like, he's not suffering. Well, he is. It's like, he doesn't have a father around. I'm like, first of all, the kid's not even 2 yet. So
he don't even know.
I'm pretty sure he's used to Kirk not being around.
I feel like I've heard that in another storyline.
Which one?
About the child is suffering. It's like, but the child's only like, I forget which show where, but it was like, but the child's only one. They don't even know.
But the grandma's like, well, just like my grandson doesn't have his father around. You, mama, need to shut the fuck up too, because guess what? Your daughter put that situation on your son, on your child.
You didn't teach your daughter to close her legs to married men.
Literally. So
it's probably how she was born.
You know what? I don't know.
Let's find her married granddaddy.
Grandpappy.
Whole family full of hoes. See, it just makes you just go off on
everything. Yeah.
Just fuck you.
And she was like, well, yeah, Kirk has to really be around. We only talk through our lawyers. And, I just wish that he would be around our son. And then her mom was like, well, that's what happens when you, deal with married men. Like, you don't, that's the only thing that she said anything that made any kind of sense. After that, when she brought the hold up, then she was like, yeah, some. It's always this, what's her name? The baby mama?
Jasmine.
Yeah. She was like, there's a double standard about how, and I'm like, no, there's no, the double standard does not work in this situation because you knowingly and willingly slept with a married man.
And continuously did it.
Yes.
It wasn't even like it was a one-time thing where. Yeah.
And being that the dude that she was sleeping with before that was in the triple relationship, that's Mimi's ex-dude. So there's no way you didn't know who the fuck he was. And then that's Rashida's husband. Rashida's known in Atlanta in the music scene. So there's no, it's just like, what did she tell Shirley? She was like, well, I was getting out a bad situation. Right. It's like, what does that mean? There's plenty of men in Atlanta. I mean, STDs too, but I'm not going to bring that up.
That's very true.
And then you decided to fuck somebody's husband without a condom more than once? I know it was more than once. That's on the TV show. That was already caught about messing with some people and bitches in a hot tub.
She knew that. She was like, I'm about to somehow wiggle my way into this storyline.
He was prey. He literally was prey, and he fell for it.
He was like, either it's just fucking around with him, I'm going to get on this show, or...
Because now, that's what you gave her a storyline.
Yeah. And a check.
Extra check. And I don't know. It's just, but he has this self-righteous attitude as well, Kurt. Like,
Yeah.
well, I said everything, his little hands.
Right.
And,
cool, calm, and cool.
I messed up. I apologize. It's all in the open now. So she should just let me back in the house. It's like, the fuck? I don't think he said a serious apology ever.
No.
He might be sorry that he got caught. And you know what? He never denied the baby fully. Because he knew that baby was his.
Yeah, he never did.
He didn't do the cliche, oh, hey, my baby, who the fuck you been sleeping with?
Right. It was only time he did was the very first time. He's like, wait, you know me? How you know me? And she's like, Kurt.
That was fake, too. It's
Yeah.
like, nigga, we know you lying.
Right.
You know me? I'm like, anybody can verify what strip clubs you went to. So
Right.
It's not, I don't know. Kind of like Lisa Nicole and Dr.
Yeah.
Darren. Like, how's Darren? Bitch, who the fuck? He comes in there all the time. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does.
He gets the wings and number 6, a nice Hennessy cocktail.
Did you really have to bring up food?
I mean, bitch, we gonna go to the strip club.
He
sits over there.
That's his old booth right there.
It's the Darren booth.
Oh, that shit. I you know what? I need to go to Atlanta to visit family because I do have family out there. But also, experience the whole strip club scene.
Yeah.
Because that and Miami are the two places to go when it comes to strip clubs. Mm-hmm. I would like to just go there and experience that. Will I want one night stands and whatnot from Atlanta?
No.
No. No,
Can't take that ride.
No, can't take
Not
that chance.
insured by survival.
I was just about to bring up the survival.
Right. Fucking love that commercial.
Talk about the 90s.
Are you insured?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
By survival? No. Then I can't take that ride.
Well,
Well, like, nigga, so you gonna keep just walking in
the
this hot ass?
Are you thirsty? I can get to a gas station like 15 minutes. It's gonna take you like 4 hours. It was like some red Corvette in the desert.
Oh my god, I wish I could do that. Just like put my hand out, maybe somewhere on the strip, and somebody pull over. Are you insured? Yes. By survival? No, then I can't take that ride.
And then watch it be like a 24-year-old like, what the fuck is survival? What the fuck is survival?
Wait, are they still active?
Survival? No, I don't think survival back in the day is like general. What's that insurance?
1-800-GENERAL
Now. It's like that of today. So it's like when survival was the shit. Like,
right,
hey, you see that survival commercial? I need that survival insurance because niggas don't ride with you unless you got that survival insurance.
You about to die of heat stroke because you will not get in the
Why
car.
do you have a leather jacket? You are in a desert.
About to die of heat stroke because you ain't getting in a car with somebody insured by Mercury. Like,
I was like, no, I have Mercury. Nope.
they don't cover
I can't survive
passengers.
if you don't have survival insurance.
They don't have coverage.
I am about to
Okay.
look up the picture just to see what his attire was. Because I want to
It was a white shirt tucked in with some tight
blue jeans
90s jeans.
and some boots.
And a leather jacket like this and like a little curly, not extremely curly, maybe like a good 2C.
And it was like the regular
90s.
Baywatch 90s girl with the feathered hair with the bangs.
Right, and a little dress. Are
Survival insurance.
And burgundy
it looks like it's still active.
What? What's they rates?
I don't know.
I will surely get insured
Get
by
a
survival.
Survival insurance.
Okay, we can't make this.
Founded in 1982. It's still active.
Okay.
All right. Images. See, here we go. Oh, it's a jean jacket.
Ah, okay. You know, he did come to the window kind of rude. Now I seen the picture.
It's like, nigga, why you so
Because she
close?
was all like, want to ride? Are you insured?
Oh, whoa.
She was like, yes. By survival?
No.
No. Then I can't take that ride. Well, nigga, bye.
Bye. You saving my time anyway.
Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to play it.
Oh, Lord. Really?
And then she like rubs her leg. Like,
Right,
yeah.
I'm about to get
Oh,
some.
it's a Ferrari. Or licking her lips.
Want a ride?
Are you insured
Yes.
by survival?
No.
I can't take that ride. Call survival offers the lowest rate.
It's so dirty.
It's kind of like the Law and Order. Doom-doom.
Or the equivalent. Doom, 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 doom,
Right.
doom.
Doom.
Wait, the guitar. Bow, bow.
Okay, we're having too much fun with this commercial. Get insured by survival, everyone. I wonder if we can go to them for like a sponsorship.
I know. It's like, wait, survival niggas? Oh my god, my cheeks hurt because I've been laughing so hard. That was so funny. It's the best side note ever.
Niggas, get insured by survival. No. Fuck. Women, get insured by survival.
So
You needed more.
Right. But then again, he was a man with no car. So.
Right, yeah. You really need the insurance.
In the desert with a jean suit on.
Like, I can't take that ride.
And it's funny because he was like, yeah, she rubbed her leg and touched the knob of the gears and like licked her lips, like, yeah. And then I want to say it was I feel like it was two different survival commercials because it was one in like, I want to say a Corvette.
Probably.
Look,
we have to do that later. We cannot make 30 minutes of this show.
Yes, the fuck I can because it is
survival.
My fucking podcast. Like, of course. I can't take that ride. 2008 preview. Oh no, that's the same one. Wait, is this a different one? What is this? New survival insurance. Oh yeah, this is the one.
I have never seen
This is the new school one.
Oh.
Hey. Want a ride?
Are you insured
Yes.
by survival?
No.
I can't take that ride. Call survival.
I don't like it.
787.
It doesn't have the same effect.
It doesn't.
Any driver. Survival offers the best rates guaranteed.
Okay, but first of all, I have a problem with this. How the fuck you ain't got no car,
but
you
need
a ride,
which
but you out here being picky and choosy?
You clearly ain't got survival either.
Beggars can't be choosers.
How the fuck did you even get in the desert?
Some bitch dropped you off because your dick was small. What happened? What happened, huh?
What happened?
Right. I was gonna say that too.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, why are you in the middle of the desert?
I have questions now.
I have a whole bunch of questions. Now, in the 90s, I was just like, this commercial is just, why is it so lit?
Right.
But now, looking back at it in our 30s, it's like, what the fuck kind of commercial?
Right. Why were you even there?
In the desert.
Who you got insurance with?
Geico. I mean, I like them too.
Right.
I guess I'll get in.
That'll work.
Who cares if you're insured or not? Get your ass in this car so you can get to your final destination.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should make sure there's insured in that case.
Yeah, final destination, you need insurance.
Right.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right, enough of that.
That was a good segue. Don't be out here taking rides.
Oh, shit.
He will ride your shit till the wheels fall off, and then you at the end of the road.
Sound like something Jody would do.
He take your car, riding it till the wheels fall off, the transmission's broke, and
Oh
you're
my God,
just...
Yvette, somebody stole your car. I know. I stole my car, Jody.
Well, can I have it back?
Oh my God. My God. That was... An awesome segue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not segue, side though. So now we're going to segue into fucking Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, those white
Sheena.
people. Girl.
I understand that you're not with Rob anymore, but fuck.
I hope you look back at this season and learn something from this. Girl.
I the fact that they were petty enough to put a side-by-side, like, play of her saying the exact same thing in two separate situations was hilarious. Because I hope she rewatches and see how dumb she looks. Like, you know what? I'm just so happy these days. You know, he's such one of the handiest men. I mean, he can put a TV on the wall in like under 7 minutes. I timed him.
He just can't say he love you in under 3 seconds.
Oh, fuck. One.
You like, okay, we're not going to do that.
So hard.
I know.
You know, we have so many insiders.
We just sang on this show like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. Like the first 20 minutes. Yeah, it's just like, people from Geek Squad do that. And I wouldn't automatically call them the manliest man of all time.
Right.
It's just something that needs to be done. So
if he would have took like 30 minutes, would you have thought less of him?
And then he talked about like how he put some hitch on a boat in less than a couple seconds. And it's like, I feel like these are things that just men just do. Like, you probably haven't been with a man that does stuff like that, but it's not uncommon for men to know how to mount TVs or change tires.
Right.
Or, then again, you know what? This bitch is from Cali, like Azusa, like Southern California.
You know what?
So
I
don't think she really comes around a lot of men who know how to like change oil and things of that nature. Right. So because I have family from like the South and stuff, it's not, and my dad cooks, like I know so there's just some things I'm not like, okay, that's not special.
Same, the men in my family are pretty hands-on with shit.
Yeah, like, let me call Uncle Ray so he can help me put this lamp up. Like, just something where, and my dad was like a really like good handyman too. Yeah. So I would call him like, how do you reset this garbage disposal? And I have done that. But just the fact that she's making it so, she's putting him on this pedestal that he doesn't want to be on.
Right, and if you are going to put him on a pedestal, do it quietly without one friend behind camera. Like, I could say I dated somebody like a year and a half ago, and I'm not even going to lie, I got a little excited when we went to the movies, and he wanted to buy snacks and stuff. And I was just like, damn, you must be a drug lord or something. Because, you know, men, not even men, people don't just be going up to the snack bar all willy-nilly.
No. I barely want to get the damn popcorn.
We seeing an IMAX movie, and you buying snacks, drink, and candy with popcorn?
Snacks.
Right. I was like, whoa.
This is too good to be true.
This must be dirty money.
Let me some of that drug lord money to get some craisins.
Right. Straight up felt powerful walking through the movie theater in slow motion.
Like, bitch, I got M&M's.
I've got shit. Like,
that I didn't bring in my purse.
But I ain't bragging about that shit on TV.
No. That's like actually being excited that you want to date and he actually bought you some soda because you never had soda before during the date. You know, those drinks add up. You're like, how the fuck this bill gets $100? You got like $25 in drinks. It's like, what the fuck? And that's just fountain soda. Yeah. Let's not get
lemonade or something that's like strawberry lemonade that costs per.
You'd be like, can I get a refill? Does it come with refills? No. Well,
I'll get a spray.
Or, you know, Betty, just give me some water with some lemons.
Give me them sugar packets.
I'll make my own lemonade.
Beyonce could never. Just give me some lemonade.
I'm going to show you how to make some lemonade. But, yeah, it's not that serious. And now she looks so dumb because.
You look so dumb right now. Standing outside, sir.
Oh, sir? Really out of his house.
Trying to overcompensate. You're so ugly when you beg. please. Just, okay, let me stop. They can go on forever with her dumb ass.
Yeah.
I really like Sheena in the beginning.
I felt sorry for her in the beginning because Brandy wanted to beat her ass.
Oh, yeah.
So I did feel sorry for her, but I feel like the show got to her head too much. It was just like...
It was like, okay, she really does look like a dumb, naive girl that literally probably didn't know she was messing with a married man. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, oh.
But once she got Shay, she was like, I got a man, bitches. I'm getting married. I'm the only person married out of all of us. Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, well, you know, we weren't meant to be together. And I was just so miserable. And,
I didn't mean that.
Right. I found a
back.
better man that was around before, but now he's now around again now. And it's like, what? Mm-hmm. He seems like such a chill dude. Like, he doesn't seem like...
You know, I feel like if he probably was with somebody like Ariana, it probably could have worked.
Yeah. It's too much.
Or just somebody more chill.
He needed somebody super chill. Or if they were going to be kind of like Sheena.
Or maybe like Lala.
I was going to say someone that can... Because, you know, you can adjust yourself in the presence of your partner. Right. Because you're like, you know, my partner don't really like when I cuss. Like, he doesn't tell me that I can't. But you're like, you know what? Let me not just
kind of tone it down.
Yeah. Like, you'll be able to adjust because you care about your partner. Sheena don't give a fuck. No. All she knows is what's going on in her head at the time, and that's all that fucking matters. Right. And... she's over here talking about that Jack started rumors. It's like, bitch, it's not a rumor. That's what he said out of his mouth.
She was in there trying to talk to him like, yeah, so we're all going to put our phones away. And he was like, yeah, I think you guys should all put your phones. She's like, yeah, so anyways, we was doing this. And he called her. He said, well, I'm driving, so I'll call you back. And she's like, okay.
He was like FaceTime. He's like, I'll call you back. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, I was, you know, going to put my phone away and, like, just be present the whole day. I was like, for 2 minutes. He was like... I mean...
He was like, I think you all guys should do that. All of y'all should do that.
I feel like she's got to be that clingy female that no man wants. I want you to miss me. I want when I come home and it's like, finally you're home. Like, but not be where... I don't want to be a Kim Zolciak or... who was the other one that they can't be separated by their husband?
Was that Tamar, allegedly?
Oh, yeah, Tamar. That was the Velcro. That's their thing. Like, and look what they're doing now. I can't be to where everything I do, like, Kim can't even go nowhere without getting dropped the fuck off by her husband. Right. Like, I'm going to leave. Let me text my husband. And what kind of men are you to chauffeur her like she's a child?
All the time.
All the time. There's nothing, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with men driving or whatever.
Yeah, no. Definitely.
But if I'm having a ladies' lunch, why does my husband need to drop me off and stick around until I'm ready to go? Right. That's what you do with children. Yeah. I remember my dad used to, like, he would drop us off at Six Flags and he'll just be like, I'll come, like, whatever, or, you know, but we couldn't drive ourselves, and we didn't have Uber and stuff back then. Can you imagine how our lives would have been if we were, like, 15, 16, 17? I would have been
fake running away all the time.
What?
Yeah.
Why fake running away?
Because I wouldn't have had the balls to fully go through it, but I would have called me an Uber to be like, take me to McDonald's and a 7-Eleven to get some snacks, and I guess I'll go home and watch TGIF.
I remember TGIF. Man, everything used to come on Fridays. Right. Nobody went out on Fridays because, you know, Topanga was on the TV. Yeah. The tube. Right. But it's just, I can't be that woman. Like, I want you as a man to be able to go out with your friends and I'm not bugging you, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to spend time together on our dates and stuff, but I need to be independent at some point in time. And the fact they're, like, codependent is not something that I want at all. At all. Like, you can't spend a couple days. Or even if, let's say, you guys do talk throughout the trip. It's like, well, good morning. Or, I just want to tell you what happened last night. But I'll try to see if I can squeeze me out. I'll try to tell you goodbye or good morning. You know, something like that.
Right. I feel like maybe if you're on vacation, a nice, especially I guess if you do have kids, maybe like a 15 or 20 minute conversation, maybe in the morning and at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But like, in the morning is like when you're just waking up, and it's kind of like you time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you at the breakfast table with everybody.
Exactly,
or while
yeah.
we're out doing an activity. Hey, so what are you, like...
Mm-hmm.
And then after is, once again, it's, your time. You're back in your hotel or you're doing whatever. So, honestly.
You kind of can choose what you do during your
you
you
can stay up all night
time.
and talk to him. That's your
true.
business. Yeah. As long
Kind
as
of like what all the other wives do. Is like, okay, well, we're back in the hotel room, whatever. Let me see what my partner's doing. Or just say hi or say hi to the kids or, something like that. Cool.
Right.
But the whole, I can't travel unless my husband comes.
Yeah.
And it's a girls' trip. Who's done that? Kim has done that. Tanya from Little Women Atlanta has done that. When it came to like the kid, like I'm bringing my daughter.
It's like she's a newborn. Should she even be out here?
Probably not. But then she's like some holistic bitch, so she probably thinks that.
CPS.
You were the CPS, darling. Jesus, don't even get you mad. I will CPS your ass.
Because I feel like sometimes, I'm not saying Tanya's an unfit mom, that was a joke, but I just feel like sometimes, like, CPS be real quick to want to pop, you're doing this wrong, or something. It's like, if you really look at some people, you can blatantly see some acts.
Well, since Utah had passed that free range kid law, I wonder how low their CPS like filings would be for kids that find out they're like left at home alone or they walk to school alone. But then again, the elementary school that my son goes to, there's a lot of kids who live in the area that walk fucking home. There's no point in me paying for a babysitter or daycare if my house is literally 5 blocks from the school.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be home within an hour or two.
Yeah.
And they legit know how to warm up their food and play video games until I get home.
Yeah.
Like, some people just don't have the money or the time to do that because you can't wait until they're 14 to do it.
Yeah.
There's no point. So, I don't know. Anyway, back to, technically we were talking about Vanderpump. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody wants to blame, I know she didn't want to blame the show and people being in their business for their...
Not you.
I know. That look on your face was like, bitch, what?
I wish I could be a fly on the wall at that reunion.
They just had it last week. So that means it'll be coming up in like the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any kind of sense. Like because he seems like an actual alpha male,
guy.
But he's very chill. I don't think that's something he really wanted to be. Like, let's miss each other. Let's be able to come home and be like, I haven't really talked to you in the past 8 hours. How are you? And not be like, hey, honey, how was your day? It's like, bitch, I just talked to you an hour ago.
Right.
Or 10 minutes ago.
You just left my house.
Yeah. Or it's like, okay, call me when you get home. And you're literally on the corner at the stop sign like, hey, I just wanted to see what you were doing. It's like, you just left. Let me miss you.
Yeah.
Let me have, a so-so day and want to come home and just, let you hold me and just not say anything. And just appreciate that I have a man at home. Just...
little things.
It's, real small things. You don't have to do all of that fucking bullshit that Sheena does. And so, whatever. She's not with him anymore anyway. And I feel like... Brittany...
Oh, Lord.
Brittany.
Dumb down number
Brittany.
2.
The fact that she keeps talking about how everything's been so hard and she went through all this stuff and it's really hurtful.
It ain't that hard.
But she's still going out of her way to plan birthday parties, birthday trips, try to make sure that he has a good time. You over here trying to make sure that he has a good time, but he doesn't make sure that you
are not getting cheated on.
Right. Or feel... pretty or wanted or anything.
You don't even know your dreams.
He's like, what was it? I forgot. And everybody was like, are you fucking serious, Jack? Y'all been together for 2 years. She was like, I've told you multiple times what my dream was.
Yeah.
And the fact, she was like, you really should know. But yet, you over here like, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with him to Florida. It's like, you already moved from Kentucky to LA. Now you're like, maybe from LA to Florida. And he's like, you know what? It's up to you. Like, he never came to you and said, well, this is the opportunity that I got. What do you think? Not necessarily asking for her permission because y'all not married. But it's like, I just want to get your opinion or your say-so. Right. Like, he gave 0 fucks. He said, I'm 38. I need more of my life. And I'm going to go. And you're going to... Pretty much, he already knows that you're going to go with him because you already did it before. He cheats. You stay. He tells you, well, I'll take care of you. You move. He wants you to have bigger boobs. You get them. He wants you to move to a bigger place, an apartment. You do it. Like, you...
She has no backbone in that relationship. She has no backbone.
She has none. I feel like what a lot of women do, and I've done this in my past, you don't know the difference between a man being a man and a man being controlling.
Yeah.
If you don't know exactly what that means or what the differences are, you're going to be confused that a man controlling you is just being a man of the household.
Yeah.
And that's not how any of that works.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. The fact that she's like 24 and he's like 38.
Yeah. And then even just like how she talks and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, he does not respect you as his
No.
near.
Talking about the family lemur, he's like,
right.
Yeah, like.
Because even like the way he didn't even talk to Stassi the way he talks to you.
No, he didn't.
It's like.
Because Stassi would slap him.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Ow. That's why they keep saying like, no, she really deserves somebody else. Because she's like, Stassi's like, she's more sweetheart than I was. Like, she definitely doesn't deserve Jax.
Yeah.
And just out his mouth, he said, well, if you were going to leave me, you would have done it by now. It's like, fuck, he's right, though. You never took the dogs and left, so...
They still there barking, and so are you.
And she was like, well, you know, you never really came to me. He's like, well, I'm talking to you about it now. She was like, well, you made up your mind. He was like, well, I mean, what do you want me to do? Why wouldn't I take it? You want me to be a bartender? Like, now you're trying to make her feel like shit.
Right.
Because she doesn't want you to, you know, live your dreams.
It's not as hard as it may seem. Yeah, you know where that's from.
Really? But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. And then James, and that was the clip for the next episode.
Always.
But, I mean, I don't like Kristen. I don't find her sexy.
Like, it's not, where did that come from?
I don't think she's sexy. It's like,
what does that even mean? How is that even?
You don't find her sexy now. You can't say that to, like, at the time. You can say, be like, you know, at the time I thought they were, but now it's just like, But,
He's just literally saying, I don't like her as a person because I don't find her sexy.
It's like, wait, what?
I'm gonna start saying that. I don't like that nigga Tyrone. I don't find him sexy.
Oh, sexy people only.
I don't like you. You're not sexy.
Only sexy people in the champagne room.
Oh, those white people.
I know, it's just...
They're hilarious.
But it did look really fun. And was it Playa del Carmen or something like that? But, and they stayed at the Ondas there, so those rooms were not cheap.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I'm just tired of the whole Sheena situation. Because her and Brittany this season really look... I was like, you know what? Kristen's smart. She's the smartest girl out of all of them because she's the only one that really hasn't shown her relationship on the show. Like, her boyfriend was here and there.
She probably like, I'm tired of looking like the crazy one.
And she really don't look crazy in her relationship anymore now because her relationship is kind of like on the sideline. He might be there in a couple scenes here and there, but overall, he's not there all the time.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, she's doing it right. Now she wants to look crazy. She just look crazy, and it's only her, not in her relationship.
Right, her own acts of.
I mean, she beating her boyfriend's ass now, and nobody would know. I'm just saying, she likes to hit people. And you know what? I'm sorry, Kristen, but if a man wind up beating your ass because you hit them, you gotta remember, keep your hands to yourself. Worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Wise
Literally.
3-year-old said one day, you worry about yourself.
You gonna learn.
Today. But yeah, just, I think that's the only thing really significant from Pump Rules.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see the next episode. You know what I'm like so behind on? Beverly Hills. I'm like 4 to 5 episodes behind.
What's been going on with them?
I don't know. I don't know. It's been so many shows that I just kind of like, I don't know. But I did watch the Tiana and Iman show from last night. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And you know how like there truly are some sexual beings, because they be sexual beings on Instagram. Like everybody know they can't keep their hands off each other. But it's really fun. It's like a fun-filled, cute little family show.
Right.
And just getting their dynamic. I think it's only a 30-minute show.
Yeah.
So which is really fast. But I was like, oh, this is cute. This is lighthearted and fresh for VH1, because everything else is so fucking serious and dramatic.
Right. Man, I'm jealous. I'd like to write on my man's Instagram, don't pull out tonight. Just wait, what?
It's such a fun. Or she'll tag her vagina as like Iman. Like right there. She's like, she mad. You got to say sorry. And her vagina's like in his face. She's like, tell her she's sorry. She was like, all right, I'm sorry. Yeah, just like, they called her. She's like, man, you a blocker, Junie.
Right.
Like, she is so adorable.
She really is.
So adorable. And like, there's something with like a daddy-daughter bond.
Yeah.
And seeing that is like, it's so cute, because as a woman gets older, you can have that strong daddy-daughter bond. And that means a whole lot, especially when it comes to trying to get in relationships and, you know, knowing that you have a man by your side at all times that's going to love you unconditionally, and you can kind of decipher. Yeah. It helps you to be able to decipher a better man in your future. And if you do have a good, positive relationship with your dad as a woman, then you can talk to them. And you kind of want to know what men think. Yeah. Because your dad used to be like these niggas on the street that's just, you know, being stupid. So I feel like when she gets older, she's like really gonna love her dad. And so
that's gonna be cute.
I feel like if they weren't, you know, really careful, they probably would have had 3 kids by now. Oh, yeah. The way they act. Don't pull out tonight. All right.
Right.
All right. But it was cute. Definitely. I think that's the only like lighthearted show on VH1 right now. Yeah. Everything else has been Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop. Even very heavy. Even the RuPaul's Drag Race can be very intense. Like everything's so intense. So it's like kind of like
for your life.
Right. Remember the like old school reality shows where it was like family related? Yeah. It used to be real lighthearted, and they were on VH1 a lot of the times. Like Osbournes. Oh yeah. Was Jessica Simpson's on MTV or VH1? Yeah, Newlywed. MTV. But
my
yeah.
cousin has the seasons on DVD.
Who has
cousin,
it?
She has the I'm like,
Chicken of the Sea?
I should buy those.
It says, I know it's tuna, but it says chicken. It's like, all right. Okay, but yeah, it used to be, especially VH1, it used to be a lot lighthearted. Yeah. It's like once Love and Hip Hop came, it just kind of went downhill and it being like full of really bad drama with all black majority cast.
Right. I mean, because even Flavor of Love was lighthearted.
It was.
Didn't get more lighthearted than that, actually.
Yeah. Even Flavor of Love, I Love New York, Real Chance of Love, like Ray J, his love shows. Like, love shows was the shit in the 90s and early 2000s. But and then it turned into this shit. Do they even have any love shows on VH1?
I remember they was saying it was rumored that Safari was getting his own show on VH1, so people thought it was like a dating show. Oh yeah, they did just have one like last year or something with The Game, or was that 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, after he broke up with Tiffany, the engagement.
Yeah.
But I heard that's where he got that lawsuit from.
Yeah, it is.
So
I didn't watch the show, but
I didn't feel like The Game was. I mean, I knew they had their wedding special where they're supposed to have their wedding special, but I didn't think The Game was a good idea for like a dating game show.
You know, the LA Thoughts loved it though.
Yeah, and then they wound up getting into it. Shit.
Right.
But yeah, it's not the same anymore. Like I used to love fucking VH1, Charm School, like all the
right.
you know, what you call it, spinoffs. There we go.
Yeah.
All the spinoffs, and now it's just like that's all you get. It's just drama. I mean, you might as well call it like the modern day UPN.
Oh, UPN.
Because think about it, all the shows on there are like all black.
Yeah.
Cast that they're most competitive with ratings. Mona kind of dominates VH1 right now.
Yeah, she does.
Speaking of what? What were you gonna say?
I was like, man, I was thinking about the Ricky Lake show. Used to love that talk show.
Man. And Sally, Jesse Raphael.
I wasn't a big Sally watcher.
Really?
Nuh-uh. I did love Jenny Jones though.
Jenny Jones, all of them. Montel, Maury, Geraldo.
I don't think that was fun.
That wasn't really,
That was buzz.
And now he be like talking shit on Fox News. I was like, now
we don't watch you.
You need to go somewhere.
You need to go here.
Right? Who else had a talk show that was like, see, Steve wound up getting his talk show when I was like not
Steve
watching.
Wilkos?
Yeah. And they were like, and you know, Steve, yeah. Because before it's like Jerry, and now it's like Steve.
People, yeah, like he became famous for breaking up the fights. So
and then he started giving his personal opinion.
Yeah.
For some reason, Steve was the shit on Jerry Springer. And then he wound up getting his own fucking show.
Every time he broke up a fight, Steve.
Can you imagine? And then they started letting him say his opinions.
Right.
Like, you should be doing better. That's your daughter. You gotta be a father.
As a kid, I was like, man, what would it be like, man, to have been able to go see a taping of Jerry Springer.
I know.
In that prime.
It wasn't in Connecticut, some weird ass random ass place in the East Coast.
I think that ratchetivity should have been taking place.
But wasn't he like mayor in Connecticut or something?
Or was it like Chicago or?
Was it? Okay, Google.
Because I feel like a lot of those talk shows were based in Chicago.
Jerry Springer.
I bet at one point in time it was like probably like a year waiting list to get Jerry Springer tickets.
Oh, he was a lawyer. So he was like the early version of Harvey from TMZ. He was. His name is Gerald?
Gerald. Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect.
No, it doesn't. This show's debuted in 1991.
Sounds about right.
Oh my God. It's been on forever. He started a podcast in 2015. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. Overview. No, I need to find actual information. Here we go, Wikipedia. Political career. He went to Tulane? The fuck? Political career. He ran for Congress. He failed to unseat, but took 45% of the vote.
Oh, wow.
In a Republican district. He's a Democrat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's pretty serious. He was elected to Cincinnati City Council in 1971. He's an Army reservist. I feel like he was a mayor. Oh, could only serve 1 year as mayor due to political rearrangement at the time. Yeah, he was a mayor in Cincinnati, Ohio. How do we keep getting on these sidetracks? Sorry, guys. Anyway, what did we talk? Oh, we were talking about good shows from the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, VH1 is kind of like, now. Well, compared to back in the day.
Yeah.
What was that? The Bret Michaels show? Remember Surreal Life?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, all that was really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, VH1 do they have like all their old? No, they don't have. They need to have it like HBO or something where you get all their old seasons on the app.
VH1 Go.
Yeah, like you can get all. They only have like all their current stuff on the app right now, so they should have all the classics.
That would be nice.
Yeah, so
TV should do the same thing.
Yeah, but Iman's Tiana and Iman's show was really cute and fun and lighthearted, so that was good. Is there any other significance that happened in the past 2 weeks?
I feel like next week, because I am like maybe... Dude, what's been going on with Black Ink? I'm going to catch up on that tonight.
I have to catch up because Caesar had a conversation with Genesis.
Yeah, I believe that was like, what,
that was
3 episodes ago?
No, that was like last week.
It was last week?
Yeah, they just promoted it for a while, so it seems like it came on a long time ago.
Okay.
But it was like last week.
And then it was... Or was it the week before last? And then last week was when Sky and Caesar met back up with them.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah, but it's a good, they've been having a lot going on.
I feel like they still need to stop having this conversation fucking camera.
Yeah.
This is like, I hope that VH1, whoever the producers are, if they already got what they needed in that first meeting, anything after that, it would have been like, no, I need to handle this. But then it's like, if you know your son hates you, calling him a little nigga is not what you need to be doing. Because he's feisty.
Right. And
he's
not...
like,
I'm hurt too. But you in his eyes, you are the cause of this hurt. So you don't get to share.
You know what I think the problem is? It's like, she doesn't know how to be a parent. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know how to be a parent because one thing I can say in common for any person who has had problems with their parents, one of their main issues is that parents don't take accountability for what they have done. And that's, I don't know. She's not used to listening and trying to solve the problem and like really understand where they're coming from. She's so like, I'm listening, but I'm listening to try to respond. I'm listening so I can say whatever the fuck I want to say when you done. Yeah. So she's not used to like really just listening. If we all know he has a problem when he was sitting up in jail, he saw you getting a new ass, new vagina and titties. Like that, he knows that's his mother.
Right. He's seen you run wild on TV.
Yeah.
So this whole you coming to him like, oh my God, it's the biggest mistake I've ever made. He doesn't really feel
no. And so all that was me was like, I'll show you all the places I lived and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that wasn't really his concern. I know you saw the interview with him and his biological father. And I think he was more so talking about the recent time leading up to now and not the time he had in his past. Yeah. It's like he brings up more recent stuff more than, you know.
Like, why are you just now reaching out to me? Or.
Yeah.
And then I guess at the time, she hadn't even reached out to him yet. It was like.
Yeah, it's like I was in jail and you over here living it up. So, of course, he's going to be mad at the newer stuff since you've been on the show.
And I guess allegedly the picture she's painted of their upbringing is not the truth. So, and even that is like, well, that's something.
And then he's the older one, so he does vividly remember
you leaving
being with his mom and then not being with his mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, him and Genesis and what is the other one's name? It sounds like a Greek name.
Yeah.
Just something. They're not that far apart. I want to say they're only like 2 years apart. But, I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure he can forgive the fact that you were like 14 and 15 years old having kids.
Right.
I don't think he's mad that you gave them up for adoption. I just feel like he's mad that you made more of an effort to be this TV show reality celebrity more so than getting contact with your biological children. So, I don't know. It's weird. So, you kind of have to just let it be and, like, let him warm up to you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's become this whole person without you. Doesn't matter if that's your kid or not. Like, you weren't around, so you didn't raise me, so I'm going to feel like I don't have to listen to you. I'm going to feel like I can't cuss you out because you're not my mom. Like, you're my biological mother, but you're not my mom who raised me.
Yeah.
That was somebody else. So, I don't know. I'll catch up to it. I know Young Bae's, like, super pregnant.
Yeah.
I know that, what's her face? Donna and her boyfriend get into it. And because of Vagina Slayer. And the funny thing is, like, they wind up fucking in the bathroom stall anyway. So,
God.
Yeah, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm all for, you know, being cool and open and free with your sexuality and things of that nature. But doing things like fucking in the bathroom stall while he's rolling up a blunt.
Oh, my God.
It's just like, really? You can't, like, I don't know, not be rolling up a blunt?
Right. The simple things we ask for in life.
And it looks so boring. Like, it just looked kind of like, because that came out the same day that Black China's video had came out.
It's just a day of boring sex.
It was. It's like, hey, she can't swallow for shit. Like, it was just horrible. It was like the day of horrible, boring ass sex or whatever. But of course, the whole Black China thing was more, you know, relevant because she actually had a penis in her mouth. So, and with Donna, it's just like the top. You can just see them, and it just looked boring. He's literally rolling. He feels like the blunt is more important than satisfying you at the time.
I can't imagine.
Can you imagine?
Not
like,
me.
What the fuck?
Excuse me? What do you think? Get out of my house.
Shit wasn't even at their house.
I know.
That's the sad
You're
part.
like, this isn't your... It doesn't matter. Get out.
Get out of my stall. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Say what? It's just, no. Weird. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
But Real Housewives of Potomac
I
and Real
can't
Housewives of New York start next week.
I can't
One on the 1st and one on the 4th.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that means that Vanderpump and Beverly Hills are going to come to a close, too.
Yeah.
And, I was really not... I didn't know that Potomac was going to be so good.
Yeah, I really like Potomac.
And I didn't start watching it until, I want to say, the 2nd season. And I went back and watched the 1st season. I was like, first of all, I didn't know it was an all-black cast.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's on the East Coast. You
Right.
don't really automatically think it's like, oh, so this is... But then they're not in a predominantly black neighborhood either. So that's kind of, okay. Like, all right, you know, there's... Sometimes you get, like, a Baldwin Hills type of situation where it's, like, mainly black residents.
Yeah.
But, and then after the 3rd season... I was like, well, shit, this show is really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Anything that comes to mind, I guess, is more important. I feel like I'm going to be angry if I forget something, though. It has been 2 weeks, so there's only so much we can talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to have a voice tomorrow, so.
No, I don't think we're forgetting nothing.
Alrighty. Well, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RealiTEA_V. You can go to our Facebook page, RealiTEA-V, and then follow our Jesus, my brain. Our page, group. It's Tea Sipper Discussions. I get confused between page and group sometimes.
Yeah.
And personally, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Fumia Dagoon, Facebook, Fumia Dagoon, and Snapchat, EbonyA88.
Facebook, Roberta Smith. Instagram, Leave It To Be, and Leave It To Be Living. That's it.
For some reason, I just got that. Just let your soul. Where you said living. I was like, oh, that's just, I don't know, that's random as fuck. Just let it shine all silky smooth. All right. So, yeah. So, we will be with you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. And bye.